out on it? Any?
Well, how to dig out simple. We've had a bunch of guys who have had lots of chances over the course of the first 4 games that didn't score. And I think the answer to that can't be hoping for offense and cheating for offense and to stop working. It's got to be to make sure and work and do it right and simplify. We talked about getting pucks behind them last night. We turned too many pucks over the neutral zone. We talked about being hard on the forecheck. We weren't skating enough to create enough pressure to create turnovers. We talked about holding on to it in the O-zone. We made too many hope plays where we turned it over right away, and we didn't win enough one-on-one battles. I showed 19 clips today. Not one of them were clips where we didn't have enough talent to win. That's not the case. We've got good enough players to win without a question or shadow of a doubt. We got to make sure that we're doing the work and winning the battles that it takes to win.
Is Cholowski in for Kaiser?
Cholowski, I'll know tomorrow for sure.
But he looks.
All indications point that Cholowski's going to play tomorrow, but I'll make sure get the okay from the doctor and make sure tomorrow.
Is the Kaiser?
De Kaiser's going to see a specialist on Tuesday. When we get back. So I don't know if it's a day-to-day thing. I don't know if it'll be longer. I'd be misleading you if I said it was only day-to-day. I just don't know the answer. It was a similar injury to what he had earlier in the year. Yeah, and he was able to come back and be fine. And then 3 weeks later, it gets tweaked again. So I don't know if it's something that it's the only way it's going to solve is rest, and how much. I don't know that answer.
Is Eriksson a possibility for tomorrow?
I don't believe Eriksson will be a possibility. He just hasn't practiced enough full. Today was the best he's felt, and he was able to battle today for the first time. So I don't believe it's a possibility for tomorrow unless something major changes.
What are the challenges? It sounds like you may have 4 rookies on the back end tomorrow. I mean, that's tough no matter what the situation is.
The thing I'd say is I watched last night's game, and it wasn't our D that weren't good enough. It was our forwards that weren't good enough. So whether you have 6 young D or 6 experienced D, to me that doesn't matter. I think our D have played pretty well overall. I don't think it's been any kind of excuse whatsoever that we've had injuries on the back end. I think our D have given us good D play. Our forwards got to be better than that. They got to do the things we talked about. So instead of defending so much, we're playing offense. To me, it's a simple game. This team's real good in the neutral zone at trying to create turnovers. If we don't get pucks behind them and forecheck them hard and play in the O-zone, you're going to defend a ton. If you're defend a ton, you're going to make enough mistakes.
In a situation like this, do you look to Cronwall as a guy you need to rely on just to help those guys ease in a bit?
Yeah, we've been at it now since the preseason, where we have had majority of our veterans have been out, and there've been 1 or 2 veterans in the lineup, and whoever that 1 or 2 guys are, the number one thing they got to do is play great. I thought Danny out in the West Coast there, when we had Daly get hurt right away, I thought Danny De Keyser was excellent, and you're going to lead by example first and foremost. And then Cronwell's always a guy who does a good job talking to guys and helping them learn and making. And the other thing he does too is he looks after the D a little bit. He's not afraid to make sure he's yelling at the forwards to get open and want the puck and help the D out a little bit.
What's the dynamic between Jimmy Howard and Jonathan Bernier early on?
So far, to me, I don't dive into all our guys' relationships, but so far to me, it looks like they've really gotten along well. They work as a team. They're trying to help each other get better. They're cheering for each other to play good hockey. Certainly last night we left Bernier out to dry. It wasn't on him by any stretch. So I think the dynamic's been pretty good so far.